How's it going, everybody? It's Flying Pig here on Flying Pig United with another little transfer video for you. Just the latest on Manchester United and the latest goings on in the footballing world with all the latest transfer information, guys. I hope you're doing well today. Listen, thank you very much for joining us. Do us a big favour to start the stream, smash a like on it, give it a share on social media. If you're catching up later, do all that business too. Thank you very much for joining us. Right, we've got a little bit to get into, guys. It's just horrible stuff right now. I mean, listen, there's still a lot that can happen, obviously, between now and the end of the window. Ronaldo could easily stay at Juve. He could sign for somebody else. It's not 100% guaranteed he's going to be signing for City, but let's talk about it, my friends. So we do have some more information in regards to Cristiano Ronaldo's potential transfer to Manchester City. Fabrizio Romano gave us a little update earlier on and just tweeted out about an hour ago or half an hour ago or so and just said, George Mendes will talk with Juventus today. Cristiano was not starting versus Udinese because he wanted to look for options, while Mendes approached Manchester City. Juventus want 28 million euros fee for Ronaldo. Man City have no intention to pay. There's no bid yet. But that's the current situation. So we know that George Mendes has essentially offered Ronaldo to Manchester City in a come-and-get-me plea. And we know that the amount of time that Ronaldo has on his contract is limited. It runs out next summer. He can leave for free then. Man City are just trying to get him for as cheap as possible, of course. I don't buy this whole BS, though, that's being reported that Man City will not pay a transfer fee for the guy. That's just preposterous. Of course they will pay some sort of a transfer fee for the guy to get Cristiano Ronaldo if he wants to bloody go to them. Of course they will pay that. And they were going to pay 127 million on Harry Kane before he's had to commit his future, to Tottenham. And maybe the reason he's committed his future to Tottenham, or, not the reason, but he's committed his future to Tottenham, and now City are looking seriously at Cristiano Ronaldo as an option because of the Harry Kane staying at Spurs situation. Or maybe they've just decided to look at somebody else and Kane's realised, you know what, we're not going to get that move this summer, so he's committed to Spurs this season. I don't know, there's a few different possibilities, probably the first one. But either way, Cristiano Ronaldo, I mean, it looks like this is a serious possibility that it could be happening, and holy fuck, what a shit horrible, gash-tastic transfer that would be. Sorry for my language, guys, but it's a fucking disgrace, as Roy Keane would say. This would be disgusting. This would be disgusting if it happens. I just pray that it doesn't happen. I pray he goes almost anywhere else. Literally the only places he could go that would be more insulting and more disgusting would be if he went to Scouseville. That's it. I mean, you don't play for Manchester City. You don't play for Liverpool if you're a Manchester United legend such as Cristiano Ronaldo. And I know, yeah, Dennis Law, Peter Schmeichel, fair enough. Okay, well, people have done it, but you just don't do it. That's what I'm saying. You don't do it. And that's the facts, though, guys. And we got on Sky Sports here this morning. Manchester City have been offered the chance to sign Cristiano Ronaldo from Juventus. The headline reads, Ronaldo, City offered chance to sign Juventus forward. Ronaldo is out of contract next summer, and Juventus want to sell him to save £500,000 a week they pay him, which, like 700,000 euros a week is what he's currently on, guys. An insane amount of money, right? Of which only a few clubs in the world can actually afford to pay him. But the thing is with Ronaldo is I keep saying he brings so much extra to the table. He's not just going to bring you what he gives you on the football pitch, which in my opinion will still be a lot of goals and a lot of leadership and still one of the best players in the world, even at his age. But what he does bring you is so much marketability and so much generation of income off of the pitch because he's just a bloody global star. So you can't look at that £500,000 a week and think, oh, that's a lot of money. It's not. He probably makes that back in shirt sales and merch sales and just branding and the ability to use his face in sponsorships and advertising and all the rest of it. So that's not a fee that we need to even worry about as fans. What I need to worry about, this is what I worry about, the fact that our club, Manchester United, have not even bothered to go and have a go at Cristiano Ronaldo here. Why is he being offered to Manchester City by Ronaldo's agent and not being offered to Manchester United? I guess there's a good reason, because they know we've got bloody human potatoes in charge on our recruitment team. Our recruitment team is a potato salad. That's the problem. They know that I don't know, we're probably not going to come up with the money for this guy. Maybe Ronaldo has made his intentions clear that he doesn't want to join United right now. I very much doubt that. I would imagine that being an ex-club legend and somebody that's always talked about United in a very positive way and said that he loves United, I would imagine that he would want to go and sign for United if the offer's on the table. Now, I can understand him going to City if he really wants to leave Juventus, if there's no offer from Manchester United. But why? Why is there no offer from Manchester United, guys? It's a bloody shit show from our board. You've got people like Jesse Lingard, a human pigeon, being paid £100,000 a week. Daniel James, are you having a laugh, mate? He's a ventriloquist dummy of a player. And then you've got other players stinking up the gaff as well. Phil No Bones Jones. Hell, even the midfield trio. Get rid of a lot of them. We can improve and buy other midfielders that are better. So it really does wind me up, the fact that we've fallen as a club to the point, yeah, we signed Varane and Sancho this window. Big whoop! Sancho was last summer's signing. Varane's a great signing. He's cheap, really. We should be going to invest more in this window. Yes, we need a midfielder. I know that's more important than signing Cristiano Ronaldo. But are we seriously going to let Cristiano Ronaldo sign for fucking Manchester City without even going in and having a pop at him? I mean, this is just really, really pisses me off, guys. The fact that we're not even in the mix at the moment, it seems. Why are we not being offered Ronaldo? Why is it being offered to our fucking noisy neighbours? It's so annoying, guys. Anyway. But this is what Sky Sports are saying. They say Ronaldo is willing to leave. His agent, Jorge Mendes, has been looking for a club who are willing to pay a €25 million transfer fee for the 36-year-old and take on his wages. Yeah, okay, yeah. That's not going to be a problem, guys. As I said, they've just offered 127 million for Harry Kane. I'm sure they can stump up 20 million poxy euros to get Ronaldo to the club. And yes, they will have to pay him a handsome princely fee per week. They can afford it, you know why? Because their financial fair play dodging melts, guys. City are interested in bringing back Ronaldo to the Premier League, apparently on a free transfer, and are willing to offer him a 2-year contract with a salary of 15 million euros per year. This is reported by Sky in Italy. But Juventus want at least 25 million euros as a transfer fee, and no formal offer has been made yet. So we understand that. No formal offer has been made yet by Manchester City, but Jorge Mendes' agent has been in contact with City. It's understood City are happy with the business they've done this summer after signing Jack Grealish, but obviously if there's an opportunity to sign somebody like Cristiano Ronaldo, I'm sure Pep Guardiola would want to add him to his ranks. They've just lost Sergio Aguero as well, a huge player for them, a great goal scorer. Yeah, they've got Gabriel Jesus, and I've seen some information today saying that, Pep Guardiola is happy with Gabriel Jesus. Yeah, I'm sure he's happy with Gabriel Jesus. As a backup, if Cristiano Ronaldo's available, of course he'll want to sign Cristiano Ronaldo, because Cristiano Ronaldo's the fucking GOAT. Who wouldn't want Cristiano Ronaldo? Oh, man. Even at 36 years of age, for somebody like Ronaldo, people are saying, oh, he's past it, he's over the hill, he's 36 now. 36 isn't 36 for Ronaldo. Look at him. He looks like he's about 31. He's physically in just probably the best shape of his life. Injuries and stuff like that, they're not a huge concern for Ronaldo because he keeps himself in such tip-top condition. He's such a consummate professional that I don't think it really applies to him like it applies to some other players as they age. And he just seems very physically gifted and somebody that, seems very robust over his career. I mean, I can count the handful of times, on one hand that he's been out for any extended period of time over his career, really. So he's pretty robust fellow. You look at people like Zlatan Ibrahimovic still doing the business up there. Ronaldo's a physical player. Think about his ability in the air and just his ability and technique. Even if he slows down a little bit, his roles adapted and changed over the years, the guy could still be a 25 to 30 goal a season man in the Premier League playing at a number 9 for a team like City or like United who could feed him. He's going to score a shitload of goals. He's not losing that finishing ability anytime soon. He's not losing that technique. He's not losing the ability to strike the ball or beat a defender. He's not losing any of that just yet, guys. So I think he's still going to be a formidable talent for whoever he does end up signing for, or if he indeed does stay at Juventus. But it looks like he might be going, guys. And the reason I'm on here talking about it is because, well, it's looking like if he does leave Juventus, the most likely destination at this moment in time is Manchester City, which I'm disgusted at. PSG have just signed Messi and they've just signed a whole bunch of other players. I would have thought they are in the running apparently, but I would have thought they'd be much more likely to sign him, of course, if they hadn't just signed Messi, if they haven't just signed all the 4 or 5 other good players they got on free transfers, but still paying them huge amounts of money, unless they're going to do a lot of business getting players out. So PSG as much as I would like him to go to PSG instead of Manchester City, I personally don't think it's that realistic. I'm going to ask you guys a little poll now, right? Actually, I'm just going to ask you, have a comment in the live chat, guys. I'm just going to ask you, what do you think the most likely outcome for Cristiano Ronaldo this summer is? Let me know. Do you think he stays at Juventus, signs for Manchester City, maybe signs for Manchester United, maybe signs for PSG? Let me know what you guys think. What do you think the most likely outcome is for Cristiano Ronaldo this summer? Does he stay or does he go? And if he goes, does he indeed go to those shitbag City? By the way, guys, if you're just joining us, there's 69 of you legends in here right now. Thank you for joining us. Let's see if we can get 69 likes on the stream. If you're enjoying the stream, do us a favour, show your support by leaving a cheeky little free like. That'll help us out a bunch. And also, subscribe if you're new to the channel. Get involved in the live chat. We want to hear from you on this show. Everybody's welcome as long as you're not a complete scumbag. Danny Hustle, what's going on, bud? He says Ronaldo is selfish and an ego human being. Even if he offered him a contract, I think he will reject. He always wants to beat Messi. Man City is challenging for UCL and Prem, not us. Do you know what? I'm not so sure if that's true, Danny. He's always spoke about how much he loves Manchester United. I think maybe that would be true a couple of seasons ago. But right now, United finished seconds. We did get to a major European final last season. Okay, we bottled it. But you look at the set of players, you look at the progression, you look at the happiness of the squad under Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, and I think it's just as appealing place to play as anywhere almost. Okay, I see what you're saying though. Proven statistics, proven trophies. He probably is more likely to win at City if he goes to City because they've won 3 out of the last 4 Prems and they got to the Champions League final last season. They got Pep as their manager. They've got a great squad. I see what you're saying. And another it factor, or not an it factor, but another factor for maybe Ronaldo going to City would actually be the Portuguese connection. You can't discount that. There's a few Portuguese players that play for Man City, isn't there? There's Bernardo Silva and there's João Cancelo and there's Ruben Dias. So that is a factor, guys. That would make it a whole lot nicer for him. I just can't believe that we're even talking about it, to be honest with you. We should buy him, says AK. Janice Farakla says, even PSG know that CR7 may go to Man City. That's why they want Lua. Prima says, likely to stay now, maybe for a winter move. Ollie out now, Conte or Zidane in? No, Fane Kadili. He deserves the season 100% at least. See what he can do. Manny Slew Flacky, you legend, he says, Ronaldo wouldn't go to City. He has too much respect for Fergie. If he does, it's an absolute disgrace. I love your comment there, Janice Faraklis, because it's exactly how I feel. All of what Ronaldo has said in the past, and all of the respect and love and admiration that he's shown for Manchester United, is he just going to throw that all away and go and play for Manchester City? Surely there's other options on the table. He doesn't have to do that. I'm sure there's other options on the table. The biggest option, which I think, though, and I must say this is true as well, I can't blame the lad if United don't come a knocking. If United don't at least try, if he doesn't have the option to play for Manchester United, then, you know, if there's only one club going in from this window who can afford him, and that's Manchester City, what is he supposed to do? Stay in Turin, where he's clearly not happy at Juventus, or go to Manchester, play for the only club, it seems like, the only club that's willing to offer him a big contract and that can actually afford him and take him on right now. Manchester United, if we don't go in for him, we can't really be, you know, the only people we can really blame is the board and the owners for not having the bottle and the ambition to go and try and get a club legend like Ronaldo back when he is available. It's a very rare thing, this, guys, when Cristiano Ronaldo is available as a player. Like, how many times this happened? We had him. He's gone to Real Madrid. There was a brief period where he may have been available. He signed for Juventus. You know, it's limited time remaining that Cristiano Ronaldo could play for Manchester United. So, this is it. The Glazers tried to take us into the Super League. The Glazers, last season or whatever, in the NFL, they gave their bloody Tampa Bay Buccaneers or whatever. I don't even know who the bloody, whatever. Tom Brady and all this business. They got their big marquee signing. Well, that's what we need to do now. And I know Sancho and Varane are huge signings too, but Cristiano Ronaldo is Tom Brady in terms of comparison. That's what we need right now. That's the sort of thing that's going to get the fans on board. And I've said it. I will not buy Glazers merch now. I will not buy Manchester United shirts. I haven't done for years and I will not. But I'd be very tempted if we signed Cristiano Ronaldo because that is a show of intent of ambition by the club. Yeah, absolutely, Jonathan Gallagher. People do have the right to opinion, 100%. Shazad Ahmed, how you doing, bud? What if we have no more money to spend, says Manny Slew Flacky? It's true, but why don't we? Why don't we? We haven't actually spent that much, really. We spent £73 million, which was last summer's signing, and we didn't spend a lot last summer or in January. So we spent, last summer signing on Sancho, if you ask me. Varane was relatively cheap, 43 million, I believe. Euros or pounds total? I can't quite remember now. One of them. Very cheap for what he is. The other thing, we've got other players that can generate cash. There's no good reason not to have another player like Cristiano Ronaldo come in, really, because you can sell players like Phil Jones, Lingard, Donny van der Beek would generate some cash and get some wages off the books. Tony Martial, I mean, look, he's not indispensable to the club. He's somebody that you could see, going elsewhere. He's somebody that if a big offer came in for him, you might go, yeah, okay, then we could reinvest that elsewhere in the team and it would be better. Plus he's on big money. So I'm not saying there's teams that are interested in signing any of these players because, as I said, a lot of them are on big money. So, it's a very much a put-off situation for a lot of these clubs. But we could generate a bit of cash in order to sign some of these players. We really could. I mean, I've just said 4 players there with a combined total wages of somewhere in the region of what you could pay Cristiano Ronaldo. But as I've said before, Ronaldo's wages, don't look at them on the face value of it because he generates so much cash for your club. Get in there, Neil Driscoll. Yes, lad. He says green and gold till the club is sold. Get in there, Neil Driscoll. Let's get some cheeky little LUHGs and glazers out and green and gold emojis in the live chat because let's just be clear here. This is piss poor ambition by the Glazers. If the door is open to sign Ronaldo at any time, as I've said, you don't have to worry about the money. You'll get that money back by me buying a CR7 shirt. And I never fucking will buy any merch from you twats unless it's CR7, I promise. So, so they don't need to, they don't have to look at that. Plus they can get rid of other players. There's no good reason not to. There's no good reason not to. The only good reason not to is that they want to save as much cash as possible and they just want to do the bare minimum to appease the fan base and make them think that we're actually trying to go in the right direction. And yes, they want to remain competitive and get top 4 and keep those Champions League money and Champions League sponsorships coming in. Of course they do. But I don't think they've got the true ambition that we have. No, definitely not. They own the club. They want to take money out of the club. They don't have the true ambition that we've got as fans. Because we all can look at the Ronaldo situation and go, yeah, okay, we do need a midfielder right now. But you can't just open the door for Manchester City to sign a club legend like Cristiano Ronaldo. And I think Ronaldo would come to United if there was a good enough offer from Manchester United, if there was a comparable offer similar to Manchester City's. Why the hell would Cristiano Ronaldo go to City? Maybe just because they're slightly more likely to win stuff, I suppose. Okay, that's a factor. He is all about the legacy. I don't think he's about the money. But then we're talking about Manchester United here, the club that's had a huge part in his development as a player and that he supposedly loves. Won his first Ballon d'Or at, developed him as a human, as a player under Sir Alex Ferguson. And wow, I mean, he did a lot of that himself with his determination and everything. But wow, just shit on that would be a disgrace. But as I say, I wouldn't even blame him that much if there's no offer from United. Oh, exactly, Berber. He says Henderson. Yeah, Henderson. Think about Henderson, the goalkeeper. I mean, crikey, you don't need Henderson on 160k a week. He's surplus to requirements, really. You've got David De Gea. David De Gea is a great goalkeeper, and we don't need 2 great goalkeepers, do we? Yes, in games, hashtag Glazers out, protest is the only way, sir. Get in there, you handsome bastard. Does Ronaldo come with a free bus pass, says Rufus Sausage? Hey, he might be old, but he's still good enough, I tell you that. Hey, we're nearly at 50 likes, everyone. Keep smashing the old thumbs up if you're just joining us. Michael Woolley Wallbridge says Glazers out and CR7 in. Good to hear it. I like that, Michael Woolley Wallbridge. Yes, because, man, I mean, if they don't have the ambition to sign Ronaldo when he's available right now, it just goes to show they don't really care about us trying to challenge for things and be the club that can really, be a powerhouse in world football again, I don't think. I mean, just imagine what it would do for the club. What a lift. Now, I know we need a midfield, and I still hope that if we signed Ronaldo, because of other business being done, like other players going out, people like Jesse Lingard or Donny, or even players like Henderson and Martial at a push, if we have to generate cash, then I would love to see it happen because I think it needs to be done. Callum Coyle says the crying pig United. What am I crying about, mate? I'm merely suggesting that I think it would be a disgrace if Cristiano Ronaldo signed for Manchester City for 2 main reasons. On a personal level, I think if Ronaldo does do that, he's shitting on Manchester United, and he's dead to me. because I can't be putting up with or tolerating somebody who's a club legend like that, who's supposedly got so much love for United, going to play for our biggest rivals when they just happen to be complete oil, money, baron, financial fair play dodging wankers, guys. That is the problem with them. Like, they're not a normal club, they're a scum club. And if he goes and signs for our big rival scum club, then as far as I'm concerned, he's a scumbag. To me, because he can't do that. I don't care if he wants to add to his legacy, he thinks it's more likely to win at City. You don't do it. You don't do it. And the second reason that I'd be really, just pissed off about, really, is because I feel like it would really strengthen Manchester City, and I think they could seriously go on and win the title at a canter with Ronaldo in the side. You look at the other business they've done, they didn't even really need to do that much business because they had a great team already. If they add Ronaldo to it, look, I'm not saying he's going to be around a long time, but certainly for a couple of seasons, he will be potent enough to fire them to titles. 100%. He's one of the best players in the world. He will not slow down. He's like the bionic man anyway. He literally has, like, extra genetic powers compared to the average person, mate. Look how high he jumps. Look at how physically insanely fit he is and how ripped he is. This guy could go on until he's 40 at the top level, I believe. You know, look at Zlatan Ibrahimovic. There's a lot of people doubting Cristiano at his age right now. I don't doubt Cristiano whatsoever. In fact, just look at his last season, or last 2 seasons in Juventus, right? And tell me he's still not an absolute bloody goal machine and a complete destroyer. He is, and he would still be a goal-scoring menace, whichever team you're playing for in world football. If you provide him the service, he will, of course, score you goals. And he's a leader as well. He's not just somebody that is a part of the team. He will actually drag you forward in games. That is more reason why I think United could do with him, because we have got a few leaders in the side now. Here's a stumbling block for United, right, guys? This is what makes Manchester United's possible acquisition of Ronaldo even harder. Not just the money, not just our shit owners. How's about Edinson Cavani? Give it to Eddie Cavani. What about Edinson Cavani? He's got the number 7. He's at Manchester United on big money. How much space will there be for these players? I mean, I guess Cavani could play in a wider position as well, but we just signed Jadon Sancho. Cavani's a bit older though, but if you look at what he's done in the past in his career, okay, oftentimes playing in a 2 up top, but also sometimes playing in a wide position on the right there. Like when he was at PSG, obviously Zlatan's the man up top as well. Cavani's playing alongside him or sometimes in a wide position, right? And then you've got Uruguay, obviously Luis Suarez, Diego Forlan, these guys over the years have meant that Cavani's been utilised elsewhere as well. So he is kind of versatile, Cavani, but he's best, I think, in the number 9, right? Cristiano Ronaldo right now, I mean, I think his best position is playing up top central through the middle right now these days, because he is 36. He has adapted his game. I guess he's not so much of a, what's the word, like a free roam marauder. I don't know. I mean, how can he be at 36 years of age to be able to keep that up? But he can still get himself around. He's still physically fit as fuck. But I think you'd get the best out of Cristiano Ronaldo now if you just had him up top, playing at the striker position. So whether that's for Manchester City, who actually really need a striker right now, or whether it's for United, who don't really need a striker right now, he would do bits. But that's why I think there's a big stumbling block for United. We've got Cavani, we have Martial, and we have Greenwood. There really is one answer here. There really is a clear answer here, guys. It's a very easy, nice, beautiful answer. It's a very beautiful answer for Manchester United, and it is simply this. See you later on, Tony Martial. See you later on. Sell him, generate the cash, give him to Juventus in a part exchange, whatever. See you later on, Martial. He's on £200,000 a week, this guy. He's not worth it. He's good, but he's not great. He's not consistent enough to be great or warrant that sort of pay. Juventus are in a bit of a situation. They've got a want-away player. They could get a great player. There's a big... It's staring us in the face, guys. Tony Martial would be so easy to sell at this stage, I think, to make way for somebody like Cristiano Ronaldo. And then Manchester United would just about have the space to accommodate Cristiano Ronaldo in there. Remember, Cavani is not exactly going to be here much longer either. Probably another season, I'd say 18 months tops. He's getting on a bit. Greenwood is young. Is he ready to play week in, week out, top tier football? I mean, he does look class, to be fair, but it's probably not the case just yet. He needs to be brought on correctly. I wouldn't even want him to be thrust in there week in, week out. I want him to be brought along and developed correctly. Edinson Cavani is just mint. And then if you had Cristiano Ronaldo there, I mean, what a trio, what a trident of penetration that would be. You've got different options to call upon. Ronaldo, Cavani, and Greenwood. It just sounds amazing. And get rid of Tony Martial. It's simple. He's on too much money anyway. So Ronaldo's on £500,000 a week. Tony Martial's on £200,000 a week. Who's worth more based on that figure? I mean, you know, for a per pound bang for buck scenario, I still think Ronaldo's better. So, yeah. So Cristiano Ronaldo adds so much to the team. Tony Martial's very limited in what he does and very inconsistent. He's not a natural number 9. He's basically just taken a position up there in the team. He's not good enough, guys, for United week in, week out. So he could be sold. And even if he can't be sold, hell, Juventus are pretty desperate right now. They've got to get rid of a player who's want away. They're paying him a huge amount of money. He can leave on a free next summer. So they want to do some business. So I think that could be possible. And no, I don't think that we're going to sell them Tony, because I do think that Tony's value is much more than what Ronaldo's is right now. Cristiano Ronaldo's valuation is, you know, 20 million euros right now, because he's got no time on his contract and he wants to leave and he's on huge money. So you can't ask for a lot of money for Cristiano. Whereas Tony Martial, with length on his contract, with his age being in 25, 26 in his prime, or coming into his prime, you would expect that his transfer fee would be at least 40 million. So I don't think they can do a straight swap on this one, but I do think that that is the solution for Manchester United. We don't have space in the team for Ronaldo right now, so I can understand him going to Manchester City. We could definitely do with him, though, and the only way for us to do that is to get rid of Tony Martial, in my opinion. Hey, Rushmano, what's going on there, buddy? He says, subscribe to the channel. Yes, if you're new to the channel, hit the sub. We're on here covering all the latest Manchester United news. So do get involved. Smash that thumbs up on the video as well if you're new to the channel. Yeah, nice. Janice says, Pig, Juve would love to have Pogba back, for fuck's sake. Let's exchange him for CR7. Wow, you see, there's another solution as well. The only thing I would say about that is, see, now we're weakening ourselves in the position we're already weakest in. We don't really need Ronaldo like we need a midfielder. We actually need a midfielder way more than we need Ronaldo right now, but you can't let Ronaldo go to City, and if he's available, go and get him. But we do have McTominay, Fred, and Matic in the centre of the park there, Donny as well. None of these guys inspire me with much confidence. Paul Pogba is one of the best midfield options that we've got in the club. The last 2 performances by Paul Pogba, very good, particularly that Leeds game. Even in the last game, he was good, and he had a good, hand in the goal. So he is a good player for us, and he's almost too important at this stage to let go. And that's me saying that, somebody that's criticised Paul Pogba for his performances and his dedication to Manchester United many times. But I still think he's much better than any of the other midfielders we've got there, and I think that we'd kind of be foolish to let him go at this moment in time. I honestly do. Unless we were to go and sign other midfielders, like a couple of them. See, if you lose Paul Pogba, I believe that you need to go and get 2 other midfielders just to be sure. I believe you'd have to go and get Camavinga, who could potentially be the next Paul Pogba in a few years' time. And I believe you'd have to go and get Ruben Neves as well to provide that stability and quality in the midfield guaranteed right now. So, you know, there's a lot of ifs and buts in regards to a Pogba going out deal. PSG though, still understood to have some interest in Pogba as well. And look, if Kylian Mbappe goes to Real Madrid, that's a big thing. Yesterday, Fabrizio Romano gave us an update, and it was and Leonardo, PSG sporting director, said that they rejected the offer from Real Madrid, but they would not stop Kylian Mbappe from leaving the club should an improved offer come in from Real Madrid. So, you know, there's still some business that can be done there. If Kylian Mbappe signs for Real Madrid and PSG get him off the books and generate all that cash, I could actually see them signing a player like Paul Pogba from us this summer. Or I could see them signing Cristiano Ronaldo, actually. Think about that one. Mbappe's already paid quite a lot of money at PSG. They've offered him, understandably, more than anybody else. I think that's what Leonardo said yesterday. He came out and there's quotes from Leonardo that said along the lines of, we offered him a first initial improved contract, which was one of the best paid in the club, and then we offered him a second improved contract, which made him the best paid in the club, and he still wasn't interested. So it seems like they will not stand in his way. Leonardo, the sporting director, has come out and said this. So that might happen. If that happens, then you could see some other business being done for PSG this summer, whether it is Ronaldo or whether it is Pogba. But I think Man United would actually kind of be foolish right now to let Pogba go, because we just don't have very good midfielders unless we go out there and sign a bunch of other players. I'm going to ask you guys, though, Paul Pogba, stay or go? Paul Pogba, stay or go? In my opinion, if we actually had ambition and were able to go out there and do business in this window and sign a couple of midfield options, I would sell him, because I think there's more committed players. I think there's more consistent players is probably the better word. I think sometimes he goes missing. I think Solskjaer's got the best out of him, but he's not the most consistent player. So I would actually generate cash. He's on huge money as well, and supposedly wants 400,000 a week. It doesn't represent good value for money for Man United. So honestly, I would allow him to leave, and so we could reinvest the money. But it doesn't look like that's going to happen. Sing Game says, I'm not sold on Pogba. He looked great against an open playing Leeds, looked okay against relegation fodder Southampton. It's not good enough, to be honest. That's a fair point, Sing Games. It's a fair point. Yeah, it's a very good point. Let's see what he does in the big games. And also, can he be consistent and keep his head up and not just go missing in games, which he does do quite often. You know my opinion, Sing Games. I don't think he's been good enough over the last 5 years for Manchester United. No way. He's inconsistent. I can count his amazing performances like that one against Leeds on a couple of hands, you know. It's not that often he has an absolutely swashbuckling, amazing match-winning performance, sadly. But he is a good player, and like I say, who else have we got? Fred? Who's better? I mean, obviously they're different players, and Pogba's not going to play in that defensive role anyway, so that's moot. But then McTominay, I'd rather have Pogba playing, to be fair, because I think he's just better, technically way better. McTominay might have more passion, he might have a slightly better attitude, but he's not got as good abilities. And then Donny van der Beek. I mean, actually, Donny, you never know, he might have what it takes. Hey guys, we're on our way to 100 likes. Keep smashing the thumbs up, Aruski, and have your say in the live chat. I want to hear from you. Everybody's entitled and welcome to have their comments read out on this channel here. Jibin says, De Bruyne, Ronaldo, Grealish, power team. So we can't let it happen, can we, Ghibli? We can't let it happen. You couldn't have De Bruyne, Ronaldo, Bernardo Silva, and Grealish, and oh my goodness me, they would walk the title, surely. They've already been the most successful side out the last 5 years in the Prem, so if they would walk the title if they had those guys in their ranks. If they literally had Ronaldo up top there, finishing off De Bruyne's passes non-stop. I mean, you can see why it's such an attractive proposition for Ronaldo to go and play for. You know, George Mendes may have offered Ronaldo to Manchester City, right? But he's not just doing that off of his own back. He will have consulted Ronaldo. So this is the thing. Ronaldo's obviously got some sort of an interest in playing for City, and that's probably because he doesn't think that United is coming in for him, and also because maybe he thinks it's more realistic to win things at City, and he's looking at the legacy aspect of it, which is filth. But he's right. It's more likely to happen at City. They've just lost Aguero. We've got Cavani. He's more likely to get game time at City. It's Ronaldo who's going to get game time anyway. But you know what I mean. He will be the focal point of Manchester City's attack. No doubt about it. Also, another thing that we haven't even discussed. Edinson Cavani is number 7. This could be, this alone, and I know you might be thinking this is ridiculous, but this alone could stop the deal for Manchester United. Trust me. Cavani's number 7. Jadon Sancho was number 7. Jadon Sancho signed for £73 million. Future star Eddie Cavani said, nah, mate, we're not going to let you have the number 7. He wants the number 7. Eddie Cavani's an experienced, mature player. He is the number 7. He's got a right to that number 7. Cristiano Ronaldo is CR7. He is CR7. Okay? CR7. He's not going to accept any other shirt number than 7. Am I right or am I wrong? What do you think? Do you think Cristiano Ronaldo is suddenly going to be CR24? I really don't think so, guys. I mean, I could be wrong. Maybe he's not so worried about the shirt number, but I don't think so. I think he needs to be CR7, guys. So Cavani's 7 at United. Would Cavani do the right thing or the thing for the team and say, hey, look, I'm going to give Cristiano the shirt number? I actually don't think so for 2 main reasons. Cavani is a main direct competitor to Cristiano Ronaldo for starting berth in the team. Cavani probably wouldn't be too excited about Cristiano Ronaldo joining the club. I don't know. I actually don't know. I mean, if I was like Greenwood or any other player in the team, I probably would be really pumped if Ronaldo joined. I mean, what a lift that would be. But if I'm Cavani, the player that is currently doing that role for the club, that is scoring the goals and is supposed to be our main striker this season, to have that competition come in for Cristiano Ronaldo, where you may fall by the wayside, I'm sure he wouldn't be too happy about that in any way. I wouldn't. If I was Cavani, because I'd think, oh shit, well, he's just going to take all the limelight and I'm not going to get any games. I don't know. So yeah, that is a problem. Solskjaer could rip the number 7 from Cavani and give it to CR7. Well, that's just going to piss off Cavani, and we just got a completely pissed off, useless player then. who, and we love Cavani. Cavani is a great player for Manchester United. He's proven that over the last year. I think once he's back in the team, he offers us so much. He gives us so much in terms of movement. I mean, his movement's insane. He's still good enough, even though he's reasonably old as well. So I wouldn't want to just sack off Cavani to get Cristiano. So that, I think, is a big problem, even though it sounds trivial, because he doesn't have that 7 shirt number available at United. And for a start, the biggest factor is United aren't even bloody in for him at the moment. But because of the CR7 thing, I can't see him signing any other shirt, wearing any other shirt. Hey, that's a good point though, But fair enough, I didn't even know that. He says he was number 9 at Madrid for a while. I didn't even know that. Fair play. Michael Willie Woolbridge, I like that one. CR77. 2 7s. That's a brilliant idea, Michael Willie Woolbridge. CR77. CR69, CR61, 6+1. You see, I don't think he's going to go for anything like that. Cristiano Ronaldo is such a huge player. And not only a player, he's such a huge brand. CR7 is his brand. Is he just going to drop his brand? Even if it's CR77? I personally don't think so. He will not wear any other shirt number, guys. So that's a problem. Cavani will make it difficult because, look, if you take the 7 off of him, he will not be happy and he will not want to play. And then you just wasted a great player. And if you don't take the 7 off him, Ronaldo doesn't want to come. So there's some stumbling blocks here, guys, for United. There really is. I don't see us signing him. I'm just going to put it out there now. I'm going to ask you in the live chat very quickly, though. Do you think he signs for Manchester City? Or yeah, just let me know where you think his destination is this summer. Man City, do you think they sign him? Yes or no, basically? Kayam says, Jonathan, you're obsessed with getting Van der Beek out. Well, Donny Van der Beek, in my opinion, is kind of surplus to requirements. He's not on a great deal of money, but he's kind of surplus to requirements because he doesn't play. He doesn't seem high up on Solskjaer's pecking order. Hey, we got 69 likes, dudes. Doesn't seem like he's high up on Solskjaer's pecking order. He's not really had much game time. I think if he was given a run, he could be good. But, at the same time, he's kind of just like a Morgan Schneiderlin in my eyes. Do we even really need him? No is the answer to that, guys. He's kind of just like a Morgan Schneiderlin. A decent player who's come in who we didn't really need, and now he's bang average. Well, not bang average, but we just don't use him and we don't utilise him, and he's just surplus. He can easily be sold, easily generate cash to sign a player like Cristiano Ronaldo or go and get Camavinga. So you could easily go and do that with Donny van de Beek. That's my only thing about Donny. I still think give him a chance because he's not really had much of a chance. That's what I would do. But if there was a limited amount of money available, let's just say we were ambitious and we did want to go and try and get Ronaldo, but we still do have to address our midfield problem areas, then I would like to see players like Martial, Dean Henderson, Donny van de Beek sold. I'd be very happy with that, guys, because even though they're good players and it gives us depth in the squad, Martial's inconsistent and not as good as some of these players we could go and sign, and we'd be better off with somebody else like Ronaldo in the team. Donny is, he's just, what's he really going to do? We could easily go and sign somebody like Ruben Neves, who's proven for similar sort of money, or just put a little bit towards it. There's Dean Henderson's on decent money at Manchester United per week. There are clubs that would be interested in him. He's a good goalkeeper. He's a great goalkeeper, you might argue. But we don't need 2 great goalkeepers. We've got De Gea. So if you factor that in, he is kind of surplus to requirements too. There's a few players there that you could sell to generate money and generate wages being, saved off the books, so you can go and invest in players like Cristiano. Plus, he generates a huge amount of money anyway. Marty J says Sterling is 7 for City. Yeah, but Raheem Sterling, you can just mug him off, to be fair. He could just be sold. He's It's a fair point, though, Marty J. That is a fair point. No, that's a fair point. But you know what? Before the Euros, there was some speculation that Sterling was actually sort of surplus at City. I know the Euros, he was brilliant for England. But I remember at one point Fabrizio Romano came out and said that Tottenham had received an offer for 100 million plus players, and on the shortlist, he didn't actually specify exactly which players, but there was a few players, and I think Sterling was one of them. So, that is a point as well. Rushmano, get in there. Get in there, my son. Come on. Nice one. Thank you very much, Rushmano, for the £20 super chat there, you legend. He says, let's not forget, CR7 has used our name for years. All those times he hinted at United return, then only to re-sign a bumper new deal. Sorry, but he's a mercenary. It's a no from me. Oh my goodness me, Rushmano. Hey guys, can we get some watermelon sugar highs in there, please, for Rushmano? Yes, please. All the channel members, get your favourite channel member emoji in the live chat for that one. You know what, Rushy, I mean, I don't think he's a mercenary. I think he loves Manchester United, but you can't really say, though. Listen, this is how I feel about it. I still think he's dead to me if he signs for City, because I'm sure there is some other options, right? Even staying at Juve and signing for somebody else in the summer is an option, right? That's a fair option, okay? So there is options. So if he signs for City, he will be dead to me. But at the same time, I do understand this point of view that if Man United aren't in for him and he goes to City, then you can't really begrudge him because we haven't tried. Now, it's different. If City are on the table and if United are on the table and he chooses City, he's a complete scumbag, isn't he? Regardless of money, regardless of challenging possibilities, he's dead to me. But because there's no offer coming from Manchester United, I mean, what's he supposed to do? If he's really unhappy in Juventus, if he's really unhappy playing in Turin, what is he supposed to do? That's the only thing I would say, Rushy, is like, I understand it. I understand it from him. Plus, it's actually, for him, he cares about legacy. I personally don't think he's a mercenary who cares about money as much as some say, because he could probably go to the MLS and, you know, go and get a huge designated player contract in there and be a star there, go and do a David Beckham, and they'd probably want him just for the branding and just for the profile alone. Or he could go to China and get huge money. But I think he does actually care about the legacy. I think he cares about the legacy more. I think he's more interested in winning titles. I think he does. Somebody mentioned it earlier. I think he wants to beat Messi. I think he wants to add Premier League titles. I think he wants to add Champions League titles. And I think he looks at Manchester City under Pep Guardiola right now as the perfect opportunity place to do that. Which sadly, you know, you'd have to agree with him. It's a good opportunity for him, especially with Aguero going. So as much as I would say, yeah, he's a scumbag if he joins for City, there's justification for it. CR69 says, Big God Bob. Big Gobby Bob, how you doing there, fella? Great to see you, my man. What's going on with you? What do you think about this whole mess? You have to buy Ronnie, even if it just stops him going to City. 100% Josh Smith. And just for a commercial move. I think it's a great move just for a commercial move. He's the most followed person on the planet, I believe. Literally nobody has more Instagram followers than Cristiano Ronaldo. I know that doesn't mean it's only bloody social media, but that just goes to show you the profile of the man. And when you have somebody with that huge fame and following playing for your team, it's just going to get more eyes on your product. And it's going to generate you more cash. Shirt sales, merch, advertising, the rest of it. It's a no-brainer for me. Even if he didn't play that much, Cristiano Ronaldo, get him back to the club. He's a leader. He's a marketing dream. Yeah. Thank you very much for your comment there. Fung Sire, what's going on? City move seems most likely. It does. Here's the reasons. Unless PSG sell Mbappe to Real Madrid and generate all that money, they might go in for a cheeky little bid for him. That would be amazing, actually. In fact, you know, as much as I hate PSG and they are the French Man City, that would be amazing. Because not only would we stop him going to City, but we'd also get to see him play with Lionel Messi. And that is what we've all wanted for years. I mean, I would love to see that, I'm going to be honest. Even just for a season or two, I'd love to see Ronaldo and Messi playing together. Just imagine that rivalry that they had, the two best players in the world for over a decade, coming together in the same team and playing together. I mean, that's box office stuff. If I'm PSG, I'm doing that. If I'm PSG, I'm getting rid of Mbappe, who's one away anyway by all accounts, and they can generate huge money for him. And I'd probably just get Cristiano Ronaldo for now if I was them. They could afford him. It makes a lot of sense, really. So I'm not ruling that out if Kylian Mbappe does sign for Real Madrid. I will slap Ronaldo, says Alex Metcalf. I love that. I love that. Guys, do us a favour. We're nearly at 150 people watching. Thank you everyone who's joining. Hit the like, get involved, smash a share on it, smash a like on it. Let's see if we can get 100 likes and get involved for the last part of the show. I want to hear from you legends. There's a little bit of other news to get into. You know what's funny? I've got a topic. How I set this up is I just have different tabs open. I've got about 7 or 8 different tabs open. We're still on tab 1. I've been going for fucking ages. We're still on tab 1. That's how much passion I've got and how much disgust I've got about this Cristiano Ronaldo situation, man. Because I just can't be dealing with it, guys, if it happens. And I don't want to even think about the possibility of it going on. But as we've said, oh, that's right, somebody said it's the most likely. The reason, as it is the most likely, It's the destination where he's needed the most. I think City just losing Aguero. They can afford him. He can win things there, of course. He can play under a great coach with great players. There's the Portugal connection with a few players there. Ruben Dias, Bernardo Silva, Cancelo. These guys all play for City. They're Portuguese. That's just going to help him settle a little bit more. So George Mendes has offered him to City. That's what we know. Or he's been in talks with City. So we know that at this moment in time, guys. I mean, so what does that say? It means that Manchester City are definitely the most likely place for Cristiano Ronaldo to end up to at the moment. If PSG sell Mbappe, that could change. But unless Manchester United grow a pair of cojones and we go in the transfer window try and buy Ronaldo, then he's going to end up a City player, I believe. He seriously wants to get away from Juventus. And as I said earlier, George Mendes would not have offered or had any talks with Manchester City without talking first with Cristiano Ronaldo. So we know that Ronaldo has some interest in joining Man City right now. That's just how it is. Thank you very much for subscribing, by the way. Somebody just subscribed. I'm not too sure who it was, but whoever it was, thank you very much for subscribing. We got another super chat here as well. Thank you very, very much here. We got a super chat from Mr. View from Lookout. Thank you very much. He says, hey, Pig, biggest April Fool's early Ronaldo to City. It's unfathomable. It's unquestionable. I don't even want to think about it. It would make me put my fingers down my throat and vomit if he did sign for them. In fact, I wouldn't even need to do that. It would just be an instant gag reflex and I would puke like Stan from South Park. If Ronaldo signed for Man City, it would be unbelievable. So I don't even want to think about that. I know you don't either. But hey, it looking like the most likely thing. Just come on, United. Why can't we go and sign him? He'll generate so much cash. He'll be a great player for us, as I've said. He's Ronaldo, for fuck's sake. You can't begrudge him going to sign for somebody else if we're not in for him. Thank you, View from Lookout. Let's get some watermelon sugar highs in the live chat for View from Lookout. Rush Mano with a £5 super chat. Thank you, sir. He says, we create legends at United. City buys them. Once Pep leaves in 2023, then we will see how they do. Fair comment there, Rush Mano. Yeah, I'd love it if their bloody owners left. Then we'd see how they do. Because we all know that City is not a well-supported club, even at this moment in time, with all that they've won over the last few seasons and all the money that they've spent and all the fake fans that they've bought. We know that they're not a well-supported club. So, yeah, they are just a money club. And I would love it when Pep goes. Yeah, he is a successful man for them. To be fair, they have had other managers come in and be successful, but Pep has cemented them, as perennial winners of the Prem, to be fair to him. He's had unlimited resources to do so. I think hasn't he spent $1 billion since he's been in charge? £1 billion. I'm pretty sure. It's a fucking disgrace, really, that they're just allowed to just skirt financial fair play. Kidnap Cavani for a season, says Big God Bob. As I discussed a moment ago, that's one of the scupperers for United. We got Cavani. He's got the 7 shirt. He also provides competition for Ronaldo in that area. It might be overkill. The only way I could see us justifying getting Ronaldo in and adding him to those forward options is if we sell Tony Martial. That makes huge sense. Save a couple $100,000 a week and you lose a player taking up a space in the team. Daniel Willis, he comments and says, Ronaldo is the player he is today because of United and Fergie. He needs to respect that 100%, guys. Hey, guys, smash a 69 in the live chat if you think that Ronaldo should respect Manchester United's history, his history at United, his legacy at United, and what we did for him in the development of him as a player and as a human. Smash a 69 in there if you think he should not sign for Manchester City. Sarvulon with a $2 Aussie dollar super chat there. Thank you so much, Sarvulon. She says, I wish PSG would buy Manchester United. Or he says, she says, whatever. Either way, Sar, thank you so much for tuning in. Yeah, listen. They have got a lot of money. I would like it if our owners had the money that PSG had or City had. So you know what? That's just how it is, I suppose. I can't really say... I'm just jealous, I suppose. I am disgusted that these clubs can just do what they do, though, and not stick to certain rules and spend well beyond their means. I am kind of disgusted by it, but them's the rules, that's how it is. And they were supposedly found out about it, and then they made it go away. And that's how it is. I guess you have to hate the player, don't hate the player, hate the game. That's kind of what you have to do. Don't hate the player, hate the game. The game is corrupt. The game is kind of foul. So that's the biggest problem, really. But it's because our owners are so shit and shackle us so much compared to owners like Roman Abramovich or Sheikh Mansour. You know, you have to say, if they had bought our football club, if Roman Abramovich, you know, I'm just being honest now, if Roman Abramovich had come into Manchester United instead of buying Chelsea, and he did what he did for United, i.e. spending a shit ton of money with his sole focus apparently being winning things, trying to win as much as he can, then I would fucking love him. And I would fucking love it, guys, because that's all we want. We just want ambitious owners. So I can't really fault them in one way, because that's just their situation. They're luckier than us as fans. Their fan base is luckier because they have owners that are willing to spend and be truly ambitious, it seems. We don't, unfortunately. We know what our business, what our owners are like. They see it as a business, they run it as a business, and they suck money out of the club like it's a business. So yeah, it's not for them as their personal toy to enjoy and want to try and see improve and win things. I don't think they're not fans of football even. It's a business solely for them. So that's the big difference between our owners. So frustrating, isn't it? Blue Cloud says, come on, Piggy. You will love it if City owners are in charge of your club. All around me, there's nothing but blue clouds. Hey, Blue Clouds TV, mate. It's funny, isn't it? I was literally just saying that, and you're so right. You're so right. I mean, you're kind of right. You're right. Yeah, largely, anyway. I wouldn't be 100% happy because there are part of me that, you know, that disagrees with the ethics of it. And I would much rather say a supporters trust or, you know, the fans owning the club. That to me is the 100% best possible outcome. And I think we'd be just fine. If fans had 100% ownership of this club, I think we'd be just fine because we're such a hugely supported club. We would generate so much cash anyway, and we'd all know where it's going, and we'd be so much happier. So that would be the best scenario. But yeah, you're right. I would be much happier if we had Roman Abramovich as Manchester United's owners compared to our shit show of owners. You're spot on, to be fair. Sing Game says 6-9, but it's still the Glazers' fault. A few ones coming in the live chat. Fair enough, fair enough. Saying that Ronaldo, you know, it's not really his fault if he goes for City. Fair enough, fair enough. Blue Clouds TV with a $5 super chat. Thank you very much, bro. He says, come on, Piggy, you will love it if City owners are in charge of your club. Oh, shit, sorry, yeah. Sorry, I missed your original comment, so he super chatted, bless him. Hey, thank you, Blue Clouds. In the end, I read your initial comment out anyway. But if City owners are in charge of your club, I am glad you admit to it. Oh, okay, yes, so I did. Yes, I did admit to it. Yeah, you're right. Oh, you're right. You're right. I would be happier if that was the case. Hey, thank you, Megalodon, for subscribing, and thank you, MVP Mikey, for subscribing to the channel, guys. If it's your first time here, hit that subscribe. Also, we're only 10 likes away from 100 likes. Let's see if we can smash that 100. Like spike. Ahmed Abu Abdullah Behar says, Ronaldo loved United so much. Now he's in a difficult situation as a real fan of United. You must support him. I can't support Ronaldo if he signs for City, even if there's no offer from United. Hold on and stay in Juventus, Ronaldo, and go and look at your options in the summer next year. You know, that's what I would do if I was him. If he loves United that much, he can't go and sign for Man City, even if they're the only club on the table right now. Although saying that, guys, listen, what you have to remember about this as well. Cristiano Ronaldo's career is finite. He's only got a short amount of time left. 2022, next summer. Well, actually, no, not next summer. It's next winter, isn't it? Yeah, it's next winter. The Qatar World Cup. What a fucking joke that is, by the way. What a fucking corrupt bloody joke that is. But anyway, that's next December. Now, what I know is Cristiano Ronaldo will want to play football between now and then to make sure that he's fit and sharp and everything to play for his club. But then saying that, it's not in the summer. It's actually not in the summer. So that's not a good excuse. I don't think that's a good excuse, really. He could just play at Juventus, really, for the next year, sign for another club in the summer, and still have a few months of football to play and get sharp and match sharp and all that kind of stuff before the December World Cup. Because it's not a Summer World Cup next year. So you know what? Actually, I was going to make the point that he wants to stay sharp for the World Cup, but I don't think it's as important. As long as he gets to play, and I think if he was staying at Juventus, they'd be foolish not to play him. He's Ronaldo, for fuck's sake. And he could just say, look, fair enough, yeah, it didn't work out. You know, look at Harry Kane. Harry Kane wasn't happy about staying at Spurs. Now he is. Now he will be playing 100% committed. So the same could easily be done with Ronaldo. So, yeah. Star-Lord says, I so wished I could show you the pictures of a new house I have bought in the New Forest. Oh, Star-Lord, mate. That's not a million miles away from me. Star-Lord, get in there. That sounds beautiful, Star-Lord. Absolutely. Yeah, it's a nice part of the world, really, the New Forest. I used to go down there sometimes and go for a stroll. There's some donkeys down there as well. That sounded a bit weird, didn't it? No, I like donkeys, though. Donkeys are cool, and they roam around the New Forest in certain places. And horses and stuff, too. Anyway. Unconcerned thoughts says, isn't it too late for CR7 to generate a move, though? I don't think it is. Look at this situation. Man City were going to sign Harry Kane if Tottenham accepted their two offers. Their first offer was 100 million, and it was understood to have other players featured in it. Their second offer, 127 million. We know this. This was reported by respected journalists far and wide over the summer, that there was a 127 million pound bid received by Tottenham from Manchester City for Harry Kane. They have intent this summer. Yes, they did sign Jack Grealish for 100 million. I get that, but they have intent this summer. Harry Kane is a 127 million pound player. Cristiano Ronaldo is available for 20 million pounds. If that. I mean, you could probably get him for less at this stage because he is a one-to-way player and he's just a resource drain at the moment for Juve. So you could probably get him for even less than that. You are going to have to pay him a lot of money. As I've said, it would do so much for you in terms of cash generation, though. So you have to offset it. So I don't see the stumbling block for Man City. I think that they have the money to spend. I think that they can justify it because they will generate a lot from it. And not only cash-wise, profile-wise. This is what really pisses me off about the potential for Ronaldo signing for City. This is what really grinds my gears, is that it will make them so much a bigger profile club because, as I've said, he's a star. He's the most followed person in the world. All of a sudden, some bloke in, Eswatini in Africa or somewhere, he's wearing a Man City shirt with fucking CR7 on the back, mate. It's a disgrace. I don't want it, guys. All these people all over the world will be fans of Manchester City because of Cristiano Ronaldo. That's how it works in a lot of places for a lot of people. And I cannot bear that, guys. I cannot bear that. It's a profile booster for Manchester City. It really is. Not only are they winning things and successful over the last few seasons, obviously, because they spent all this cash, but then this will really give them a big boost. I genuinely believe commercially it's a genius move for Manchester City. That's why they don't need to worry about any transfer fee or wages. It's a commercial genius move for Man City. What a massive power move for Man City. Yeah. Our owners are a joke, Callum Coyle. Pig, I think Ronaldo won't go to City. I still think it's mind games, and I think he wants to push the Glazers to go for him. Simon Cowie, I hope you're right, bud. I really do. And I hope that our owners have the ambition, and I hope we have the bottle to do it. I'm concerned about it. I don't think we will. I think Solskjaer's more concerned about getting other players in the team in midfield. I also think because of Cavani, Martial, Greenwood all being up there, I think the likeliness of Ronaldo signing is less, unless we could get rid of Tony Martial, of course. Joel Glazer's in here, says, I hate Ollie. Yeah, well, we hate you, Joel Glazer. Hashtag Glazers out, green and gold, until the club is sold. Get out, you egg-headed melt. Go and hang out with bloody Dr. Robotnik, you bloody criminal prick. Anyway, Nikolai Lindquist says, I want us to be investing in the younger squad. I don't think Ronaldo is the man for us. He is the man for us, though. For a season or two. I know what you're saying. It's not a long-term deal. You don't have to worry about it. He's going to make so much for this club. He's going to be still good enough for a season or two. He's a great player. Yes, you're right. We do need to look in other areas. We do need to look to the future. But he's still a great short-term fix because he will provide you 25 league goals a season if you give him the service. And he's such a huge player and such a huge name. It's just amazing. We have a new Fabrizio Romano tweet. Let's check it out here. Thank you very much. Big God Bob, let's just check this out. Let's check this out. By the way, Sin Games, thank you so much for sharing my tweet on Twitter there, mate. I've just seen that. You absolute legend. Thank you very much for retweeting my tweet. Who else has as well? Raj Taj Mahood. Thank you so much for retweeting it as well, bud. You legend. Mr. Marty J as well. Thanks for liking it, pal. Right, anyway. Okay, we have another tweet here from Fabrizio Romano from a few minutes ago. It says, this is it, guys. Oh my goodness me. I'll get it up on the screen for you guys, actually. Give me a second. Oh my goodness me. It is a sketchy situation. It's sad. So sad. It's a sad, sad situation. And it's getting more and more absurd. Yeah, it really is, guys. I'm really not too happy about it, but hey, I just hope it doesn't happen. I pray that PSG sell Kylian Mbappe to Real Madrid and then buy Cristiano Ronaldo. I know that sounds mental, but I pray that happens. Plus, it'd be cool to see Messi and Ronaldo play together as well. Right, give us a second. It's sad. So sad. It's a sad, sad situation. Okay, here it is, guys. Juventus had a meeting with George Mendes. Sorry, guys, wait a second. That's actually probably not the best way to do it. Juventus had a meeting with George Mendes today about Cristiano Ronaldo. Tense situation. There's still no official bid on the table from Man City. Mendes is talking directly with the club. Juventus have no intention to let Ronaldo leave on a free. They want 28/30 million euros. Tense situation, guys. So there you go. There's the latest update from Fabrizio Romano, guys. It's horrible business. It's a horrible business, that. Yeah, my goodness me. That is disgraceful, isn't it? Oh, man. I'm going to just get that up on screen, guys. Give me a second if I can actually share the... Copy the link. Copy the link. There it is. And then browse. If I capture the actual link to it, this should work better, I think. Browser, 2 seconds. There you go. Right, okay. And then it's this one here. Boom. There you go. That's actually not great, but it's better. Anyway, so that's the latest update from Fabrizio Romano there, guys. Juventus had a meeting with George Mendes today about Cristiano Ronaldo. Tense situation. Still, there's no official bid on the table from Man City. Mendes is talking directly with the club. Juventus have no intention to let Ronaldo leave. Fucking hell. I mean, this seems like it's going to happen, guys, doesn't it? It seems like it could have happened. They want money for him. People are saying Man City don't want to pay any money. That's bollocks. They'll pay 20 million to get fucking Cristiano Ronaldo. Of course they will. Of course they will. So that's bollocks, guys, if you ask me. Right, okay, let me just do this. This is a better way of doing it. Yeah. Right, let's go with that. Save. I probably shouldn't do this, actually. It's just totally time wasted, but whatever. I just want to get it up on screen looking better than it is now. So there you go. Image, properties, boom. We'll get this. Desktop. There it is. Boom. And then there you go. Get rid of that. Excellent. There you go. That looks so much better. That was worth it, guys. That was worth it, yeah. That was worth derailing the show for. That was worth derailing the show for to get that there. Excellent. Anyway, that's the situation, guys. It is very tense, and it is looking like it might happen. There's only 2 destinations I see him going to in this summer transfer window at the very least, which would be PSG and Manchester City. I don't see Manchester United going in for him. We don't have the bollocks these days, unfortunately. It's sad to say, but I really don't see us doing it. I hope we do. I hope I'm wrong. I could, I would think that this rare occasion we would go and try and get him. But I don't have any faith in our owners or board or anything in regards to getting him in the club. PSG, the only way I could see PSG signing him as well is if Kylian Mbappe does indeed sign for Real Madrid. If that happens, then yeah, it's highly likely that they could go and sign Cristiano Ronaldo at PSG. But unless that happens, it probably won't. We've got a super chat here from Stephen Lee. Thank you so much, Stephen Lee, for sending a $5 Aussie super chat there. Get in there, you legend. He says, I can't blame him if he joins City if we don't go in for him. Fans should blame the board, not Ronaldo. I agree with you to an extent. I really do. I think that's the biggest factor for him joining City is you can't really begrudge him if United hasn't got an offer on the table. If he chooses City over United, then he's a scumbag. I get that. He's a mercenary fuck. But if he doesn't choose Manchester United, doesn't choose City over United, it's just a case of there is only one offer on the table and he's destined or he's set on leaving Juventus, then you can't really begrudge him. So I do agree with largely what you're saying there, Stephen Lee. But the other part of me thinks, well, the World Cup is not until December 2022. He could easily just play at Juventus the rest of this season, sign for another club in the summer, be settled for the World Cup, and then he'd be absolutely fine. There's no worry about preparation, So I don't really understand. I don't really know. I don't think it's a good enough reason to sign for City when he's got this rich history and legacy at United. I do think it would be a scum move regardless. But at the same time, hey, look, if it's the only move, there you go. Like I said the other day, Messi doesn't want to leave. He didn't want to leave PSG. Sorry, he didn't want to leave for PSG, really. It's just that Barca couldn't afford to keep him anymore, and he's gone where the money's at and where the football's at and where the offer's at. And the offer came from PSG and he's gone. But he's glubbed his eyes out and he didn't want to go anywhere, really. But he's just gone because that's the only offer on the table, pretty much, that makes sense. So the same applies to Cristiano Ronaldo. He probably doesn't want to. In an ideal world, he probably would rather play for Manchester United. But if there's no offer from United, what can he do? This is like a Figo moment, says Josh Lee. All right, going between the two clubs, Real Madrid and Barca. Yeah, Josh Lee. Wow, that's quite an interesting link you've made there. Figo, Portuguese vibes as well. Respect. Hey, guys, we've smashed 100 likes on the stream. You're all amazing. Thank you so much to you guys. I hope you're having a wicked day. Thank you so much. You know who you are, for hitting that thumbs up and showing support to the stream. If you haven't done so, please do. It's free to do so. And let's see if we can get 169 likes on it. What's going on there, James Rolls? How's it going there, man? Sorry, not James Rolls, James Balfe. He says, if Ronaldo goes to City, he better pull a sickie the day he has to come to Old Trafford. Could you imagine the reception that Cristiano Ronaldo would receive at Old Trafford if he goes and signs for our biggest rivals, Manchester City, in this summer? I think you're right. He would go from admiration to just everybody, oh my, I couldn't even imagine the wall of hatred that he would get. And in my opinion, rightfully so. You don't go and mow another guy's lawn. And you don't go and sign for Manchester City when you've played and had such a rich history at Manchester United. That's something you do not do. So if he does do that, then it's looking like, hey, it might, then he's a disgrace. Hey, that mullet guy, what's going on, bro? Good to see you in here, mate. He says, hey, FPU, how you doing there, mullet guy? Good to see you, man. How's your day going over there in the United States of America, dude? The Cake Cadet says, glad to hear it, mate. How are you doing, bud? Sarvulon with a $2 super chat, thank you. Says, we won't get Ronaldo because Ollie wants Haaland. Sarvulon, interesting point. So this could be next season, though. Haaland's one for the future, is he not? Haaland's not going to be coming this summer, I don't think. I think if any possibility United sign him, it'll be next summer. Same goes for Kane. I still think that United might be interested in Kane next summer. Not this summer, because of the business that we've already done. But next summer, now he's committed to Spurs for another season, we might even go in for Kane. But I think Haaland is the one that Ollie wants. I agree with you. He's younger. He's got that Norwegian connection, obviously. He is a Viking, just like Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. So it makes a little bit of sense for him to have that desire to sign Haaland. Plus, if you actually look at future stars and who's going to go on and be one of the best in the world in a few years' time, and probably already is, Erling Haaland is right up there. He's just a goal machine. So, yeah, I would love that, to be honest with you, Savulon. But I could see us also maybe going for Kane. I could also see us looking at other options next summer because we have aging strikers. Or we're not aging strikers. I mean, Mason Greenwood is 19, and I think he could be the future striker for us. He's so good. But he's still young. He still needs to develop. Edinson Cavani, El Matadore, is absolutely amazing. But he's getting on a bit himself. I can't see him staying at the club any more than 2 seasons, maximum. So we need somebody to take over from him. Erling Haaland would be brilliant, but so would Mason Greenwood potentially by that time anyway. We might already have the man Mason capable of doing the job there. Yeah, it's possible. Yeah, I'm not doing too bad. Thank you, Mullet. All good. Thanks, pal. Hope you're doing good. The Cake Cadet says, I have no idea who you are, Danny, but thank you. Danny Marsh, no problem. Yeah, yes, indeed. Akash Kandre says, we should go for Ronnie, bro. Definitely, Akash. There's no good reason not to, eh? Getting ready for work. I hope you have a great day there, Mullet. Thanks for stopping in here. Do us a favour, smash that like before you go, mate. Seriously, says, the lack of outgoings is the most frustrating thing for me. An utter disgrace. Big time. We couldn't sell, we couldn't sell ice to a hot, sweaty man in Vegas, could we? No, we couldn't. We really struggle with that, guys. Like, you know, I've been to Vegas, and it's fucking hot, and you need a cup of ice on the go at most times. You know? You couldn't sell a freaking cup of ice to a hot man in Las Vegas, our board. They're shit. I would love it if they get rid of a few players to generate the cash to go out there and do some real business this summer. It's one thing signing Sancho and Varane. We should have had wholesale outgoings and incomings this summer. Look at the business Chelsea have done and are going to continue to do. That's the sort of shite we should be looking to emulate. We shouldn't just be getting rid of one or two players. We should have been having an exodus of players this summer. Phil No Bones Jones, you are a literal jelly of a man. You have no bones, mate. See you later on. You can go. Surplus to requirements. Jesse Lingard, the human pigeon. What does he really provide us apart from flapping it up there and running around like a headless bird? See you later on, Jesse. Bye. See ya. Sold to West Ham. Nice. Donny van der Beek, a.k.a. Donny van der who? Have we even seen Donny van der Beek play for Manchester United? I'm not bothered about him in the slightest, to be honest. I feel sorry he's not had the chances, but we signed him. He's taken up a space. He's taken up wages. He could be sold. Dean Henderson, backup goalkeeper. He's on 160,000 a week. He's actually good enough to be our first-team goalkeeper, but we've got David De Gea. We have 2 first-team goalkeepers. It makes 0 sense. Bye-bye, Dean Henderson. Tony Martial, you are bang average, sir. Too inconsistent. You may be great on your day. Your day's very, very lackluster and doesn't come often enough. See you later. Bye. There's so many players we could sell, and we haven't. So you're absolutely right. It is a disgrace. Our board and our transfer recruitment team and just everybody involved at the club in terms of selling players is a fucking joke. There you go. You're right. Sean O says Chelsea and City are ruthless with managers and players. Wall pulled over fans' eyes with the signing of Sancho and Varane. No midfielder signed. I think Ronaldo will go to City. Would hate that. It's looking like it. It's looking the most likely at the moment. I just pray that PSG sell Mbappe and they go in for him. I pray that happens. James Bath says Rashford and Cavani are back in training this morning. Absolutely fantastic news, mate. Rashford, are you sure? Is he back in first team training already? What? Limited edition. How you going there, limited edition? Good to see you, says yes, Piggy. What's that? Shazad Ahmed, he wouldn't go back. Roy Keane snapped his legs. You're talking about his dad, right? Because you think, oh, okay, so you think Roy Keane, because obviously Alf-Inge Haaland played for Manchester City and Roy Keane snapped his legs, you think that Haaland wouldn't sign, that his son, Erling Haaland, wouldn't sign for Manchester United. I mean, there's something to that. There's something to that, you know, that rivalry and that passing it down from father to son. There is something to that, but I still think that the Norwegian connection is strong. Solskjaer did manage Haaland, of course, over at Molde, didn't he? So I do think there is some, there is some other basis that we could sign him on. Seriously, what's happening with you? Hope you're doing good, bud. Piggy, I can't imagine CR7 in a Man City kit. Guys, have you seen the thumbnail for this video, by the way? Look at the thumbnail for this video. It's Cristiano. Just go back. You know, you just lower the, yeah, just go and have a look. Just go and have a look at the thumbnail for this video, right? It's a Photoshop mock-up of Cristiano Ronaldo in a Manchester City shirt. Just go and have a look at it real quick, right? Smash a 1 when you've looked at it. Guess what? Doesn't that make you feel physically vomitous? That makes me feel physically sick. Look at Cristiano Ronaldo smiling in a City shirt. It makes me feel physically vomitous. So I just don't even want to see that become a reality. And that's just a mock-up. That's just a fucking mock-up. That ain't real. If that becomes a reality, though, it's vomit time, guys. I know, James Barr says the thumbnail turns my stomach, imagine. Janice says, oh shit, change it. Thank you, Primot. He says, pump the like button for the pig. Thank you very much, Primot. Yes, Ronaldo's going to get pumped by Man United fans if he does go and sign for City when he comes to Old Trafford, that's for sure. Ryan Downton said it looks disgusting. Jonathan Gallagher says it's nasty. Sin Game says, hashtag Glazers out, always and forever. Ian Dawn says, if we sign CR7 this year, it would have to be a multi-year contract. That would mean no Haaland next year. Maybe, but it could only have to be a 2-year deal. 2 years. Cavani's leaving in a year anyway. If you sold Tony Martial as well during that time, there'd be enough opportunities and enough positions to get Haaland in as well, while Ronaldo still remains at the club for 1 further year. I personally think. So I think you could still do that. What you have to remember about Ronaldo is the transfer fee is small. There's only talk of a €20 million fee here. And also the amount of money that you have to pay him per week. It's a large amount, but it's not that large when you factor what you get back. How much shirt sales, how much merch sales would we generate because of Ronaldo? We would make all of that money, I think, back, or most of it anyway, and he would go from being a £500,000 a week wages player to a bloody £2,000 a week wages player. That's how much he would generate. So I wouldn't be worried about it in the slightest if I was our owners. We just need to have the ambition to do it. CR7 would want 500k a week. Absolutely, he would, Ian Dawn. Yes, and he would deserve that. You know why? Because of what he's done, him still being one of the best players in the world. And also because he's actually worth it. I don't think there's one player in Manchester United's team that would begrudge seeing Ronaldo come in and being paid that amount of money. I know what a lot of people are saying. We don't want another Alexis Sanchez situation where it undermines the rest of the squad. It's Cristiano Ronaldo, though. He is Ronaldo. Like, if I was Bruno, if I was Pogba, if I was any of the team, and Ronaldo comes in on that money, I understand that he brings a lot with him. I wouldn't be sad or upset that this guy's getting paid more than me. It's fucking Ronaldo. You know what I mean, guys? So I think that wouldn't bother the squad at all, and it also wouldn't upset the wage structure balance. Sometimes you can really do that if you look at what we've done over the years, signing Sanchez for £500,000 a week, paying people like Phil Jones 6 figures. We undermine other players in the squad. Ander Herrera wants hundreds of £1,000s a week and he gets it elsewhere. But, you know, we can't justify not giving it to him when there's players who are on so much money. So it screws things up. But I don't think this would do that personally because he is Ronaldo. What's your thoughts on the transfer window? I don't think we had a great one, says Shauno. I'd give it a 6 out of 10 as well. How are you guys rating this transfer window out of 10, guys? Give me your ratings. My rating, I agree with Sean entirely. It's actually quite a good window because we've got Sancho and Varane. That's great. Don't get me wrong. Those are good signings. Varane in particular because he's what we need the most. That's a great signing. And for the money we paid, that's a very good signing. In fact, I give that signing on its own, 10 out of 10 really for what we need right now. We've done brilliant business getting Varane. But overall, when you look at what we need, when you look at the vulnerabilities in the midfield, when you look at the players that we've kept that haven't gone out yet, the lack of outgoings, it makes this transfer window a lot worse. It does. So I agree with you. I think it's a 6. It should be an 8 or a 9. But because we've had no other players coming in the midfield and a lack of outgoings, it's a 6 out of 10 for me. 5.9 says Nigel, 6 to 7 says Joseph Adams, 7 says Simon, 7 says Michael, 6 says Shattered, 7.5 if we sign a CDM. Well, if we sign a CDM, I'd probably even say a little bit higher than 7.5 because at least we've been ambitious in all the areas. Let's say we signed Ruben Neves or Saul or Declan Rice or any of those guys, Basuma, anyone. I would say that it's actually an 8 out of 10 window really because the 3 key positions we needed to strengthen, in my opinion, at the start of the window were that right wing spot where we got Sancho, the central defence where we got Varane, and the midfield CDM in particular. So if we did get a quality CDM in there, I would say it would be a great window. But when you allow somebody like Cristiano Ronaldo to leave and go to your rivals, it's a disgrace, and that takes 2 points off alone. Berber says 8, 10 if we get a CDM. Fair play. Yeah, fair enough, Joseph Adams. He says we have a team that would be good in any... what's that? Oh, that would win... Sorry, Joseph. Is there a letter missing there? I don't know. I think he says we've got a team that would win in any league in the world except the Prem. I don't know about that. You might be right, but I'm not so sure. Louis Budbanton says he would lose my respect if he goes to City. Me too. He would lose a lot of my respect anyway. He really would. And I just couldn't love him anymore like I do. Because I love Ronaldo. Growing up, I was born in 1987. Obviously, he came to the club. When was it? Around about... Was it 2003? Oh, man. My memory is shot. But anyway, I think it was about 2003. I remember it well. I remember his debut. I remember him coming on looking so impressive. I remember thinking this kid's going to be great. And I remember him going and surpassing what we even all could have possibly thought he would do. You know, he literally became the best player in the world at United. Like literally the best player in the world at United. Because he won the Ballon d'Or at United. And we won the Champions League. You know, he was absolutely sensational for us. And there was a spell, of what was it? 6 or 7 years where Ronaldo was just like my idol. And I couldn't have loved Cristiano Ronaldo any more than when he was at United. I just loved everything about him. I loved his step-overs. I loved his swagger. I loved his arrogance, his attitude. Even after he came back from the Euros, after doing that winky business, and I did dislike him then, I must admit. I didn't just love Ronaldo then after getting Rooney sent off with that fucking... and then winking at the bench. You know what I mean? That pissed me off, don't get me wrong. But he came back after that, he was like, yeah, fuck you, everyone. Everyone who hates me, I'm just going to piss you off even more now by being the GOAT. And that's what he proceeded to do. So I just got nothing but love and respect for him. If he goes to City, he's ruined it, guys. He's tarnished it. I don't love him anymore. In fact, I hate the guy. I hate the guy. You know, it would be like, I don't know. It's kind of like this. It's kind of like this. I don't know. You're going out with your love of your life for, I don't know, 10 years. You're going out with him a long time. You split up, and then, you know, she ends up like going out with your mate or something like a year later. There might have been a little bit of time. It's not like she's left you for your mate. It's not like, you know, it's not like she's cheated on you with your mate. No. But still, your best mate, several years down the line, ends up shacking up with your ex that you've been with for 10 years, who you loved in the past. It's a fucking horrible feeling, I bet. Right? That's the situation we got going on with Ronaldo at City. It would be horrible. Berber says, I think Joseph is right. We would walk La Liga, Serie A, Bundes, the French one. We'd definitely walk the French one. And I think we'd walk Serie A as well, you're right. Bundesliga, what about Bayern Munich, though? You have to say over the last few years, Bayern, in terms of European football, they're right up there. You know, I know the league is not that strong, but they are. Also, Barca, Atletico, Real, I know they're not in great moments at this time, but they would obviously make it a challenge, wouldn't they? So I don't think we're guaranteed to win any league out of those ones that you mentioned, apart from Serie A and League One. I think we definitely win those. 2003 against Bolton. Yes, Shazad. Tore them apart, lad. Benita Pathak says City will lift Champions League for sure if Ronaldo comes. I think they'll pretty much lift everything if Ronaldo comes. I know he's only good for a couple of seasons because he's getting older, but he's still good enough now. Yeah, he would be a great signing for them. At least Tevez needed the money. That's because he went to City. CR7 doesn't even need the money. He's one of the richest footballers ever. Did Tevez really need the money, though? Like, fair enough. I mean, I guess if you're getting more money and you're from humble beginnings, I think Tevez was from Buenos Aires in Argentina, or was it Rosario or something? I can't remember. He's from a rough neck of the woods anyway in Argentina. And he's, you know, I'm sure that turned his head. So I understand that. What it was, I think, wasn't it at the time Manchester United just didn't want to pay? I think we had to pay like another 25 million to his agent or something in order to get it done. And Fergie was just like, nah, mate. We could have actually had him, but Fergie was like, nah. And then he ended up signing for City. Gung Shilioni, what's going on there, Gung? How you doing, sir? He says, I'll probably get my spanner retaken away for that. What did you say, Gung Shilioni? Piggott would be like Mrs. P going out with Mark Goldbridge. Oh, my goodness me, Gungshi. What? What a horrible image that is, Gungshi. Definitely getting your spanner taken away. What do you mean taken away again? I've never taken your spanner away. What? Retaken away? What do you mean? Gungshi, that's a horrible image, mate. Oh, my goodness me. You've just literally given me an image of Mark Goldbridge hanging out the back of my missus, mate. Why did you do that to me, Gungshi? I could have gone my whole life without that going into my brain. I missed a super chat from Sar, did I, Ellie? Thank you so much, Ellie. Savulon, thank you very much for the $2 super chat there. Says, ironic that Man United value Lingard the same as Ronaldo. You're right, it's quite ironic, isn't it? 30 million we want for Jesse Lingard, apparently. That is too much. What's your valuation for Jesse Lingard in pounds, guys? I'll give you 17 million, 20 million for him right now. He is worth a bit because he's a good homegrown 27-year-old player who will be a good player for most teams in the Prem. So he's not cheap. He's not chump change. He's 20 million. But yeah, when you actually think about Ronaldo and Lingard being anywhere near the same amount of money, it is kind of funny, isn't it? Oh, I'm so sorry, Savulon. Thank you very much for getting in there with the super chat. Let's get some watermelon sugar highs in there for Savulon. Leon Stansel says it's not like he left United to go to City. That's true. Like I said, it's not like your ex-missus has cheated on you with your best friend. No, it's just like you've split up with your ex-missus. You've been apart for several years. And then you're walking down the high street and you see your best mate necking your ex-missus from a few years ago. And you're like, what the fuck? Because, yeah, they may have not directly gotten together, but it's still fucked up. It's still messed up. Correct me if I'm wrong. Hey, we're nearly at 150 likes, guys. Smash the old thumbs up, Aruski, if you have not done so already. I'd appreciate that. Would take 15 million for Lingard, says Berber. 20 million, says Shauno. 20 to 25 seems to be the general consensus in the live chat here, it must be said. Eddie says, Gungers. Wow, I was lurking, but I had to react to that. P45 in the mail for Gungers. Horrible image, Gungshi. Fucking horrible image. Fucking horrible image, Gungshi. Gungshi, thank you so much for the 1690 NT super sticker, mate. Oh, he's feeling guilty. Gungshi, thank you, man. You didn't have to go and do that, mate. He says, cheeky super chat to repent for my disgusting comment, pig. You know what, Gungshi? It was a funny comment. It was a funny comment, but yes, it was a horrible mental image, mate. A disgusting mental image, Gungshi. Please don't do that to me again. Please don't. Next you're going to pop up and say, oh, it's like, imagine she had a menage a trois with Goldbridge and Piers Morgan. Oh, no. Gungshi, thank you very much for the super chat there. Can we get some watermelon sugar highs in there for Gungshi Leone or your favourite channel member emojis to welcome Gungshi Leone's super chat there? Thank you, sir. Yes, I'll be doing a FIFA rewards video tonight. Absolutely. Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday. No. Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, FIFA, guys. Every single night. Oh, hell yeah. Gungshi says, I am pig. I'm standing in the corner looking at the floor. Think about your actions. No, thank you very much for that, Gungshi. That's very kind. Ian Dawn says, Goldbridge and Piers Morgan, same person? Well, yeah. Star-Lord says, guys, I got to go. I'm driving. Hey, Star-Lord, focus on the road, mate. No worries. I think I'm pretty much going to wrap this one up anyway. Just like Goldbridge. Oh, my God. So anyway, thank you very much for tuning in, everybody. George Melas, thoughts on McTominay out? Oh, hang on. Sorry. Yeah. You know what? I've got other stuff to talk about real quick. Sorry, I've got other stuff to talk about. I said I had a few tabs open. I'll just run through it very quickly indeed. So what I was going to talk about is, Zahavi heavily reported shopping of Lewandowski has already spoken to PSG. Leonardo wants him to replace Mbappe. Chelsea are also interested. So that is another possibility. We talked about Lewandowski maybe, if PSG do sell Mbappe to Real Madrid, going for Lua, which could also scupper the Ronaldo to PSG deal. So that's why it's even more increasingly likely that Ronaldo does sign for Manchester City. Also, reports coming out today that United have accelerated Eduardo Camavinga interest after making contact with Aurelien Tchouameni. Now, I know that came out the other day. We hadn't made any contact with Tchouameni, and I didn't report it. There was a lot of people that did report it. I didn't, and it turned out next day there was no contact, and it was BS. But I'm seeing other reports to say that we've made fresh contact. I don't know if that's true, but I am hearing this. It's on the Express and a few other sources. Who will we play in the Carabao Cup third round? The draw is made, wasn't it? We're getting West Ham. Champions League draw later on today. Is it 5 p.m. or 6 p.m., guys? Anyway, we'll probably jump on for it, actually. I'll jump on the channel for it, guys. So keep a lookout for that. Come and join us. We'll see what our fate is in the Champions League. Arsenal won't be in it. Yes. Less than, and then basically, yeah. So other things we're discussing: Mbappe's possible future. Ahmad Diallo's been given the number 16 shirt now, and Scott McTominay injury issue update. He's having surgery. The midfielder performed obviously well against Leeds, but this is what's been said. Scott has undergone surgery for an ongoing groin injury that was causing significant pain when playing. It's an official statement from the club, and it says, having tried all other treatment options in pre-season, surgery was deemed necessary to resolve this issue. We hope to have him back soon. So Scott McTominay is out, guys. He's unavailable for the next few games, which just goes to further highlight our need to bring in a midfielder in this window. It really does. I mean, not that Scott McTominay is the answer anyway. But that's basically all the news, guys. The latest, Cristiano Ronaldo, as you can see the tweet there by Romano just a few moments ago. Juventus have had a meeting with George Mendes today about Ronaldo. But it's a tense situation. There's still no official bid on the table from Man City. Mendes is talking directly with Manchester City, though. And Juventus have no intention to let Ronaldo go for free. They want to receive some in the region of 20 to 30 million euros for this guy. So that's the situation as it is. The club that's looking most likely to sign him is Manchester City. Champions League draw, absolutely. NS Nagwar will be back later on with that. Friday night FIFA, yes, get in there. You know it. We'll be back on tonight as well. Ellie, your legend as well. Thank all the moderators. Thank you all the mods for getting in here at the end of the stream. Thank you to all the moderators. Thank you everyone who's watched. Do us a favor, hit the like button. Make sure you hit the subscribe if it's your first time here. Click the bell icon like your name was Quasimodo as well. Esmeralda the bells, because when you click the bell, you get a notification when we post live. So make sure you do that, and then you'll get notified when we go live every time. Make sure you follow us on social media at Flying Pig United. On Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter, Flying Pig United. Make sure you check out the website, unitedflyinghigh.com. unitedflyinghigh.com. And yeah, just come on, fucking sort it out, the Glazers. I'm pissed off with this club and our lack of ambition. We've got a club legend available who is going to go and sign for another team. There's only one offer on the bloody table at the moment, it seems, really. Or they haven't made an official offer, but only one real true destination being talked about right now, and it's Manchester City. Our noisy oil baron neighbours, guys. It cannot happen. It would be a disgrace. So what United need to do is go out there in the window, try and get Ronaldo to the club. Well, that's all you can do. Try and get him. Get some other players out. We talked about Martial, Donny, Henderson. There are players that you could get out to generate cash. Go and do it. Go and do it. I've had enough of this bullshit ownership and running of this football club. Where's the ambition? And it's not even about spending money. You'll get all of that money back with a player like Ronaldo. Hashtag Glazers out. Hashtag Ollie in. Hashtag CR7 in. But keep those green and gold emojis flying, because this club should be flying high. United flying high. But unfortunately, it's shackled by our shite owners. And it still is to this day. Even if they've bought in Varane, even if they've bought in Sancho, don't rest on your laurels, guys. We know they're parasites. We know what their true intentions are at this club. Go out there and give us something to be happy about, you Glazer parasitical scum. There you go. Guys, see you later. Thanks for tuning in. Like, subscribe and comment. Do leave a cheeky like on it before you go. That's all I ask. And get involved in the comment section after the video's finished. Come back afterwards. Have your say. Keep the debate going. But until next time, have yourselves a good day. Enjoy your afternoon. Thank you, NS Nagor, for subscribing. If you're new, subscribe just like Mr. NS Nagor. And I shall see you later. I will be back on for the draw for the Champions League. Also, if there is any more breaking news in regards to United, you know, we're still linked to Camavinga, Ruben Neves. The list goes on. So we may well be back on in a bit to talk about any breaking news. So make sure you keep a lookout and have the bell clicked. Bye, guys. Thanks for watching. This is Big. I'll see you on the next one. Take it easy. And come on, United. Sort your bloody lives out.